Hello, grade 5. Today we are going to practice lesson 20, the grammar. So, we are going to practice writing titles, how to write titles of any work. So, a title is the name of a creative work. Writers indicate titles, it means they mention or use titles in certain ways, in specific ways, for longer works. If they are going to create a long work, such as what? Books, movies, to make films, plays on stage, or the names of newspapers or magazines. Writers underline titles when they are writing them by hand. If they are doing it by handwriting, they will underline the title. But when these titles are printed, when they printed means to type on the computer, they appear in italics. What is the italic, guys? You're gonna find that the title is not with straight letters, okay? They're gonna be a little bit curvy. You see this sign here? This is the italic sign. Okay, let's see here an example. This title is in underlined, so it's written by hand, it's not printed. Okay, so this is a book title, The Girl Who Rode Like the Wind. If you look with me here, and we are going to explain it later, that all the words, each and first letter, is written in capital. So the girl who rode like the wind, except the here is not written capital. Why? You're gonna ask me, but we have the here at the beginning, and when it's in the middle, it's not capitalized. Yes, if you use any preposition like in, on, at, before, after, as, or articles like the, a, an, or conjunctions like and, or, but, so, at the beginning they will be capitalized. If they are in the middle of the title, they will not be capitalized. Okay? So, open the book with me, page 271. Identify the titles in the following examples and write them in the space provided. Our local daily recorder had a story of a boy who raised horses. Where's the title here? Yeah, you're gonna find it underlined or written in italic. Okay, so here it's written in italic, it means that it's printed, it's written by computer, typed. So daily recorder, write it here in the space. This means that this is the title. Number 2, Alan Verman wrote a book about his childhood pet entitled My Very Best Friend. Where's the title? Of course, the underlined one, My Very Best Friend. You will write it here, and this means that this title is written by hand. Number 3, the movie about 5 castaways was called Trapped on an Island. Yeah, where's the title? It will be the one which is written in italic. So it's printed, so you'll write it here in the space. Number 4, I learned a lot about animals from the movie. Friends, servants, and savers. Okay, so where's the title? The underlined one, and this means that it's written by hand. The film My Pretty Pony told the story of a young woman and her horse. Where's the title? The one which is written in italic. My Pretty Pony. Write it here, and this is printed. Number 6, I read a fascinating book called My Life on a Desert Island. Where's the title? Yes, the one with italic, My Life on a Desert Island. Okay, it's printed. Write it here. My cousin appeared in a play called The Boy Who Loved to Ride. With the title, the underlined one. Write it here, and it's written by hand like that. Barn and Stable is my favorite magazine. With the title, the underlined one, and it's like that, written by hand. So I'll write it here. And then turn the page with me, please. Page 272. A title is the name given to a creative work. Writers indicate titles in certain ways. The previous page we had the titles of longer works. Today and now we are going to take the titles of shorter works. What is shorter work? Such as stories. Stories, they are shorter than a book. Articles. The articles, they are shorter than the newspaper. TV program. TV program is shorter than a film. Okay? Or songs or poems. Okay? Appear in quotation marks. You remember the quotation marks? We took them before. So, they will not be italic. They will not be underlined, but they will be between quotation marks. Let's see this. This is a TV program title. Look the quotation marks. Animals on the farm. Here guys, animals is capitalized. On is a preposition in the middle, it will be lowercase. The is an article in the middle of the title, so it will be lowercase. Farm is a main word, so it will be capitalized even if it's the end or the last word in the title. Okay, so here guys, identify the titles in the following examples and write them properly in the space provided. The article in the magazine was called Great Trail Adventures. Where's the title? Yeah, so the article, not the magazine. It's an article, so it's a part of the magazine. It's inside the magazine. So you will write quotation marks here and quotation marks here, and then you write the whole title here between two quotation marks. Number 2. Arnold wrote a song. Song, it's a short work called Black Like Coal about his horse. Where's the title of the song? Yeah, Black Like Coal. So you will write quotation marks here, and after coal, quotation marks here, and you write it under space here. Let's move to number 3. The castaway passed the time by writing a poem, okay, like a song, called On This Island. Where's the title? Yes, On This Island. So put a quotation marks before on and after island. And then of course write it here. Number 4. His favorite program, Animal Adventures, ran on Saturday nights. Where's the title of the program, TV program? It's here. So we will put quotation marks before animal and after adventures, and then write it here. The Animal That Saved Me was published in a collection of animal stories. So this is what guys, collection of animals stories. Stories are short works, so you have to write the quotation mark here before the and after me. The Animal That Saved Me. Write them here on the space between quotation marks. Then we have another kind of questions. He wants you to decide if the following titles should be underlined or placed in quotation marks. Let's see it. The class read a fascinating book called What Animals Know. So here guys, the book, is it short or long work? Yeah, it's a long work. So what animals know it's a long work title, so you will underline it. Okay, so Aisha recited the poem like a song, The Boy Who Loved to Ride. A poem, is it a long or short work? Yeah, it's a short work. So here we will put this title between quotation marks. Start quotation marks before that and put quotation marks after the word ride. Number 8, the article came from the magazine. Magazine, is it long or short work? Yeah, it's a long work. So adventure stories, put them between quotation or underline. Yeah, it will be underlined because it's a long work. And then write it here. Then guys, move to page 273. The mechanics of writing titles. So now we are going to talk about capitalizing the words in the title, as I mentioned at the beginning, and I told you articles, conjunctions, prepositions in the middle of the title, they will be in lowercase letters. They will be in small letters, except if they are at the beginning, it means the first word in the title, or the last word in the title. So let's read the box together. A title is the name given to a creative work. Writers follow special rules for capitalizing letters at the beginning of words in titles. The first and the last words of a title always begin with a capital letter. Most other words begin with capital letters too. However, articles like what? A and the. Coordinating conjunctions, okay, like through, so that, during, stuff like that. And short prepositions, in, on, at, out, never begin with capital letters unless they are the first or last word of the title. So they will be capitalized only when they become in the title at the beginning or the last word of the title. Let's see here. The boy who ran for gold and glory. Here at the beginning it's an article, so we must write it in capital. Boy who ran for, it's a preposition in the middle, so it will be in lowercase. Gold, it will be in capital. And it's a conjunction, so in the middle, not at the beginning or not the last word, so it will be lowercase, small letter. Glory, it will be capitalized. Okay, write the following titles using the proper capitalization. Living on a desert island. This is the title. Okay, hold on your pencils, prepare yourselves, and let's answer together. Living, it will be capitalized. Okay, start to write here. On, proposition, write a small letter. A, article, write a small letter. Desert, capitalized. Island, capitalized. Let's move to number 2. The, an article but at the beginning, so it will be capitalized. Girl, capitalized. Who, capitalized. Loved, capitalized. To, preposition, so it will be in small letter. Right, capitalized. In, preposition, so write it in a small letter. The, an article in the middle of the title, so it will be small letter. And then else, it will be capitalized. Racing, racing, it will be capitalized. Against, against is a preposition, so it will be in a small letter. The, an article in the middle, so it will be small letter. Wind, capitalized. and conjunction in the middle, so it will be small letter. Rain, it will be capitalized. In, preposition, but the first word in the title, so it must be capitalized. The, article, and it's not the first one, so it will be in lowercase. Land, capitalized. Of, preposition, in the middle, so it will be lowercase. The, article, in the middle, so it will be lowercase. Tallest, capitalized. Trees, capitalized. Number 5, raising champion horses. Raising, capitalized. Champion, capitalized. Horses, capitalized. Then from number 6 to number 8, identify the titles in the sentences below and write them using the proper capitalization and punctuation. So let's see here. After I read the book Partner in Adventures, I wanted to get a horse. So it's a book, so it's a long word. So partners, it will be capitalized, in lowercase, adventure, capitalized. And it's a book, so you will underline it. So you have to write this title properly in this line. The poem, is it long or short word? Yeah, short word. So it will be between quotation marks. When the thunder cracks, give me the chills. So the title is When the Thunder Cracks. So when, capitalized, the, small letter, thunder, capitalized, cracks, capitalized, and write it here as I told you between quotation marks. Number 8, I read a short story about horses in the book Tales of the Wild West. It's a book, so it's a long work, so it will be capitalized. What is the title here? Tales of the Wild West. We will start to write it here on the line. So we will underline and we will start to capitalize the words that they need to be capitalized. Tales, capitalized. Of, preposition, so it will be small letter. The, article, so it will be small letter. Wild, capitalized. West, capitalized, and don't forget to underline them. Like that, I finished explaining the grammar of lesson 20, and like that we have finished 3 pages of the book. Please study hard, and goodbye.